This is iLLANOiZE Radio with Biko, iLLANOiZE Jones, and Pretty Riot going down right now.
Yo, Rick, you did it again, my dude.
Yo, welcome.
You sound like a turkey.
I guess gobble. Welcome to iLLANOiZE Radio, man. I am your host, Biko.
It's your girl, Pretty Riot.
And I'm iLLANOiZE Jones.
And we have a special guest in the building to chop it up with us about our ill talk today. And he goes by the name J Think Ill in the building.
Every day,
Got squad in the building.
What's poppin'?
Right.
Chilling, man.
It's
First
a
time we got
family
somebody from the team on the show.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Who we intro?
I'm
No,
happy
Jay
to be
did a
here.
show with us
He did a show with us.
right?
I
Jones,
think it was
you wasn't
Ken,
here.
was it?
I low-key almost took your job, Jones.
Yeah, I heard.
But I was like, Jones my homie. So
Yeah, I heard. That was in August, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in August, almost a year ago.
You
did
was
a
on
good
your
job,
world
though.
tour.
Yeah. That was when Biko hung up the phone on me.
Damn.
He had me on hold for an hour.
Dang.
don't know
I
what
do
you're talking
remember
about.
that day, but I'm not gonna put Biko out like that. My bad.
Too late.
He
I
already
already
did.
said that I remembered it.
He already did. It's
Hey,
okay.
y'all, look. This the guy who writes for iLLANOiZE.
Yes. So
Hey,
Y'all
yes.
blow his DM up.
Blow his DMs up, right?
Blow his DMs up right
Just
here.
don't send no trash, though.
Yeah,
As long as
Hey,
it's
okay,
decent.
cause
Cause I tell you it's trash.
I like that.
That's
Hey,
the
let
best
them
type
know.
of people.
But yeah, reach out. Hey, Jay, let them know your email. Let them know where they can follow you so they can submit their music
Man, I
over
got
to
like
you.
a lot of emails. Just follow me on Instagram, JThinkIll. My email in the bio. Send y'all shit.
Y'all
No
heard
trash
them,
shit,
man.
though.
No,
trash.
none.
No trash. We don't like trash.
None. So don't get mad if you submit it and it don't get played. That just means you wasn't
Garbage.
rocking with it.
Garbage.
Even with the interviews, same thing. You just not rocking with it right now.
Maybe later.
Hey, I like the ad libs.
It don't never hurt to keep trying, though. I think people get discouraged.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, I ain't fucking with them. But it ain't that. Like, keep sending your music.
or just keep working at your craft so that you get better. If we tell you trash, then practice makes perfect, my friend.
Sip, for real.
Our ill talk for today is gentrification a good or bad thing? And before we actually jump into it, I'm gonna get into a quick IG comment from the homie Corey Ether. All right, let me bring this screen close so I won't sound like I can't read. It says gentrification isn't bad. It's business because it's basically an investment. We need to invest in our own neighborhoods, especially if we're claiming them. Why not invest in land or property? What you gonna leave your family when you're gone? What will you leave your family with when you're gone? Our community must wise up. Okay. All right, Corey Ether. Shout out to the homie for the comment. You can follow us on IG at iLLANOiZE Radio, as far as every other social media platform as well at iLLANOiZE Radio. So I guess let's start things off with Jones. We're just gonna work our way on down.
I'll just start with me. Well, honestly, with me, it's like, gentrification is what we we can't go migrate in other people's neighborhoods and gentrificate their neighborhoods. You feel me? It's all about coming to the urban community, buying the houses when they low, and you know what I mean, and raising the rent. You know what I mean? That's all I see happening. People, grandmas be in these neighborhoods for 40, 30 years, and they can't be able to rent to own none of they homes or none of they even condos. So I don't know. It's a it's a good business, but at the same time, who is it good business for?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Okay.
Like I said, because you don't see nobody that I know moving to Naperville and gentrificating them neighborhoods out there. If they is, let me know, because I'll buy them for the love.
I hear that.
See, we was talking earlier, and what Jones just said is the hidden definition of gentrification.
Mm-hmm.
We think it's going to the white people neighborhood, to the black people neighborhood and making it better. It's really just, if it's an abandoned crib on the block, buy that crib, make it better. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to raise the rent of it. You could put whoever you want in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's yours. So I think we go wrong with being scared of change, because like you say, we got people that been in the same house for 30, 40 years, yet they don't own it.
Right.
They've been renting it. You know
Even
what
in
I'm
apartments.
saying? And it's a mindset.
Yep.
So once you change your mindset and say, okay, at least let me own this, so when I do die, or if somebody do come along, they can't put me out of it.
Right.
You feel me? That's all I think gentrification is a mindset that we as blacks are scared. Whenever we hear that word, we get scared. But we can literally take over our own neighborhoods easily, just like the Koreans, the Mexicans, the Russians, all of them come in and do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a mindset.
What you got, Pretty Ride?
I really agree with Corey Ether's comment because that was kind of my thing. Like, I don't necessarily think that gentrification is a bad thing, but I do just think that the right people need to start gentrifying areas. You know what I'm saying? Like, if black people are gentrifying your own neighborhoods, then it's no reason for you to be mad. There's no reason for you to, like, be upset that people are taking your neighborhood and upgrading it. Because I agree with what Jay said. It is really just upgrading neighborhoods and bringing business into it and making sure you owning it. My problem with modern day gentrification is the fact that we are allowing those people, I don't want to be politically incorrect, but we allowing people to come in our communities and upgrade it to push us out. Like, they don't even upgrade it so that we could stay and benefit it. Like, it's like, okay, we about to push all y'all out so that we could hook it up and then never give it to y'all back, and we gonna put the people who we feel like deserve this in here. And that's my problem with it. It's not like, it's never done to really benefit us. It's like, y'all push us out to make it look better, and we made y'all want this space. You know what I'm saying? We attracted y'all to this. So that's really like my beef with gentrification.
Another thing is too is like we have to stop being scared of our own communities.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that way, you know what I mean? It's successful black real estate people out here, you know what I mean, who can help teach us that's not educated about real estate and about property, who can come and teach us this stuff so we can buy back these abandoned buildings. There's so many abandoned buildings in Inglewood
I was about to say
and
Inglewood
in the South
alone.
Shore area
Yeah.
why we can't get this. Ain't nobody educated on it. Everybody out here cracking cards, finessing, doing whatever. You getting all that money, but what you doing with it?
I also think, too, you have to have people that want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who are cracking cards and finessing are not thinking about going to buy a building. They want to go buy a belt. They want to go buy flashy stuff. Yeah. So it's like, yes, it comes with educating it, but it's like, you also have to have the will. You also have to have the vision to think bigger and dream bigger and to know bigger. You know, when you know better, you do better. Yeah. So if nobody is teaching them off back, I feel like it's hard to change the mind of someone whose mind has already been made up for so long. When some black people see money, they just see money as material items and they don't see it as an investment or land or things like that. And I think that's more so what holds us back, is that it's not even necessarily that there's no one to educate. It's that a lot of people don't necessarily want to learn that information to propel themselves forward.
And you blame I blame the OGs.
No, I mean, that's their environment.
You are who you look up to. You feel me? Yeah. You are who you look up to. If you look up to somebody and they know you look up to them, they gonna make sure you do what's right. You feel me? No matter who it is, if it's a drug dealer on the street or if it's a doctor who doing open heart surgery. You know what I mean? If you look up to somebody, they gonna teach you the game. And I think people my age, we have to start looking back and seeing who look up to us, and we teach them the game. Because they're going to listen to us before they listen to somebody else that they don't even know.
Facts.
Yeah, it's all about just passing information.
And don't nobody do that.
Ever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my take on things is pretty much, I'm for it. And I'm for gentrification in a certain aspect because, honestly, it's renovating the area. It's not necessarily pushing blacks out. That's not what. It's just that the word got twisted and turned into that. But it's honestly not pushing blacks out. It's going in, rebuilding that area, and making it look more of a middle class neighborhood. That's what gentrification is. I'll break down the actual definition when I'm done speaking. But so I'm for it. Like, we always talk about how it'll be better. You know how I always hear this. The city don't care about the hood. The city this. They ain't putting no money over here. They not doing this. Oh, hold on. They ain't putting no money over here. They ain't doing this. But then when a city actually do go put money into that neighborhood,
they don't know how to act. They go break it. That's another thing. Because a good example of that is so many people was mad when they closed that Target on 119th down, and that other Target was like on 79th and stuff. 87. So my mom works at Target. Not to put her business out there, but she knows about the corporate business. They was doing hit and runs, crashing into the building, going in there stealing stuff. Yeah. So it's like, I agree with Biko. If we put this stuff in y'all community, take care of it.
Take care
appreciate
of it.
Like,
and then hold on. Another thing too is, with when gentrification comes about, it brings a diverse culture.
Yeah.
Like, go to the north side, you see blacks, whites, everybody talk about, even from different cities.
Yeah,
People
Hyde
come,
Park is very
Hyde Park, people
diverse
come
now.
all over from the city and be like, man, Chicago's so segregated. So the city tries to implement more people in the same area as far as culture. They try to remodel it and bring more, diverse culture and different financial levels within that community when they gentrify.
I don't
things.
necessarily agree with that when it comes to gentrification, as far as them being diverse to different, I guess, economic statuses. Because
that's true. That's true.
because
Because it'd be higher.
the
The
prices
are higher.
It's a lot higher.
And some
They
don't
will-
accept Section 8.
They won't. You know
Some
what I'm
make you
saying?
take a drug test.
to
Like,
do
it's
certain things,
crazy.
and it's just like it should be ideally the way you are describing it, but the reality of it is
It's not.
It's not. They are pushing black people out of areas that we have dominated and owned and brought culture to for years. They're completely pushing us out of that, like making it harder. Oh, you got to have an 800 credit score to live over here now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You taking them people out, and I don't know. Like,
See,
I just don't.
That's why I say
that's what's frustrating.
That's why I say I agree with
the idea,
with
the idea of it, but the way it's
gentrification in
being
a certain
executed,
aspect.
with the way it's the idea of gentrification is not bad, but it's the way that it's being executed. Like when I was in high school, we was learning about what redlining is, and it's basically they've drawn a red line around the map of the city. This is where black people should and should not be. Essentially, that's essentially what
Tamika talked about that on
Tamika
her
talked
interview
about
as
that.
well,
Yeah,
yep.
we did speak on that in the interview. So it's just like. They just it just makes me mad because it's like, dang, you drive through certain areas and it don't look nothing like what it's supposed to. Like,
But I still think, like, if we allow people to come into our neighborhoods, that's our fault. Because we was in these neighborhoods and we've been in these neighborhoods
ain't
for the
nothing
longest.
changed.
So
It's only
So
get
who
worse.
do you really blame?
Right. So
Who do
we
you
see
really
somebody
blame?
else come and now we get mad when we had every opportunity. So yeah, that go back to lacking the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and even just simply starting a business.
Yeah.
If you start a business, they got minority grants out here that you can take advantage of, and you can use that money to buy property. So it's once again all about knowledge, man.
Yeah.
Feeding the
We
people with knowledge.
we continue to lack knowledge, and then we get mad when other people actually have it.
So, the definition of gentrification, for those that don't know, is the process of renovating and improving a house or district so that it conforms to middle class taste. And with that being said, I mean, much love to the homie Jay Think Ill for coming through and chopping it up with us on our Ill Talk Top. He's actually the one that provided this Ill Talk
he did.
topic.
This ill talk was sponsored by Everyday J and the good folks of Illinois.
Shout out Ho, because he said it, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and
He
that-
sparked it in my head, like
And
Nipsey was
Nipsey.
actually doing it, and I done talked to a lot of people and they be like, man, that's why you can't do it, and I'm like, no, that's why you should do it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? What happened to him was unfortunate, but
Don't let that
I hate
scare
to
you.
say, N-word shit, but that's what it was. That wasn't bigger
they
than
can't stop
nothing.
everybody because
Right.
they like, oh, this white people agenda to hold us back. Like, yeah, but if it's the masses doing this collectively, they can't stop everybody.
Think
Facts.
about it. It's like a domino effect. Tupac said what he was gonna do. Nipsey did what Tupac said he was gonna do. Now somebody's gonna get further than that. You feel me?
Facts.
That's it. You know what I mean? We all are influencers. We all gonna spark. We not gonna change the world, but we can spark the brains to change the world, just like the man Tupac said. So
Yes, sir.
let's keep pushing the envelope.